and welcome to the Sports Bar on talkSPORT with me, Max Scott, alongside the legend that is Dean Saunders. We got some breaking transfer news for you this evening involving Mohamed Salah. He's finally found his club and will move to Trabzonspor in Turkey. Is this an underwhelming move? Is he going to regret the way he ended at Liverpool now? Liverpool fans, we want your thoughts. Get in touch, 03717 223344. Strange move for me for Mohamed Salah. And as Dino's alongside me, we're going to have to discuss the current state of this Liverpool side just a few weeks out from the Premier League opener. And they are in a defensive crisis. Reports suggesting that head coach Tommy Elphick has had to step in to make up the numbers in training. So we want to know your best Sunday League ringer stories. 03717 223344. And elsewhere, Arsenal could have a monster midfield on their hands with Bruno Guimaraes and Declan Rice next season. But what we want to know is what's the best midfield duo in Premier League history. I know what it is. I hope you do too. Get involved. We cannot do the show without you. 03717 223344. 81089 on text. And a reminder, you can now watch us live on YouTube, on Smart TV, on TikTok. This is a Sports Bar on talkSPORT. Now then, Dino. Fresh linen jacket. You came in from the golf course and it were like stars in their eyes. Tonight, Matthew, I'm going to be...
Yeah. Well, I come in, imagine I had this jacket and this shirt folded up in my bag. And I'm late.
Yeah.
So I haven't got time to iron it. But I've found a steamer downstairs. So not only have I done my shirt, my jacket, I also steamed my face.
And you've also brought me in some breath freshener.
Well,
I don't know what you're trying to say to me, like.
Someone said to me, pass that to Max. Isn't there breath freshener spray?
I don't know what you think you're going to get at me tonight, mate. But...
Do you know what? I'm stunned. What has Mo Salah done? And this is no disrespect, because I went to Galatasaray and Turkey. My son's born there, and I had a great time in Turkey. And they're all really enthusiastic, nice people. And Trabzonspor is a big club in Turkey. But why on earth has Mo Salah left Liverpool to go there? I can't, without sounding like I'm criticising Trabzon, I'm finding it hard to believe. Why didn't he stay at Liverpool?
That's what I don't understand. Because he's ripped up his contract, essentially. He wanted out.
Yeah, I honestly thought he's going to Saudi Arabia, or he'll go...
Well, that's what I mean. Look, they're obviously going to be paying him a lot of money. But it just feels underwhelming. This is Mo Salah, and yeah, he wasn't necessarily on form last season, but you'd think he's still got it in him to play in the Premier League. He's gone to Trabzonspor. Well,
I think there was mitigated circumstances in his season last season. I think it wasn't all down to him. The way that you can go through it, he lost most of his supply from Trent. Trent's disguised passing got Salah in on goal. They wouldn't even look at each other. Trent would put his head down and Salah would come short and spin, and Trent would add every club in his bag, from a pitching wedge to a 3-iron, and he would just float the ball in there for Salah, or he'd hit across it with his right foot. Salah's in, and he's getting the ball early. Also, he's played with 8 different right backs last season. Diaz used to cross it for him.
He's gone.
Konate comes inside and shoots. He had Jota, Nunez, Diaz, who were actually playing in a lot of the games and actually linking with him. He's lost Henderson that got in the magic triangle with him and Trent. The team's struggling, and obviously because he's Mo Salah, and we used to say, imagine if Liverpool didn't have Mo Salah. Well, we've seen it last year. Look what happened.
Do you think Salah's going to regret?
It's not all his fault.
Do you think he's going to regret, though, the way that this past year has gone? Do you think he's going to look at the situation he's found himself in now? No doubt he's going to be paid handsomely, I imagine, by Trabzonspor. Be interesting to see the reporting that comes out from the likes of Alex Crook and Ben Jacobs as more information comes to us. But do you think he'll regret the way he went about last year?
Well, he should, in my opinion. I'm his biggest fan, right? Someone who scores 40 goals a season from right wing, not centre forward. People know him inside out. He can beat you both sides, so you can't stop him. To do that 8 years on the bounce, then he starts the season off And he had 3 goes. In my opinion, he threw his toys out the pram and said, like, the club have thrown me under the bus. That was the first one. We're all going like, what do you mean by that? Club has thrown you under the bus.
Just had an unbelievable bumper contract.
He's got a 2-year contract, 500 grand a week. And then, again, he got left out again, and he had another go. And then just as he was on his way out the door, and he hadn't got the manager of the sack, he had another go saying we should be playing Jurgen. Basically, we should be playing Jurgen Klopp football and go back to it because we've gone right off the boil. And all the directors must have read it and gone, right, we've obviously got the wrong manager. So I don't think he should have done any of that, but he done it, and now he's gone. So I think probably on reflection he would have thought, I've tarnished my. He's like a superstar at Liverpool. He's up there with Kenny Dalglish and Ian Rush as a legend. But that leaving like that, I don't think he should have done that because it was petulance. It was like as if you can't leave me out. I'm Mo Salah. Well, he did.
But you look at the situation Liverpool find. We were going to open the show, Dino, as you know, talking about the situation Liverpool find themselves in terms of a lack of transfers. Only got 2 through the door. There looks to be a bit of a defensive crisis at the moment. More injuries coming through during pre-season. And I can't help but think that Liverpool would still want Mo Salah in that team as it stands. And he's now joining Trabzonspor, whose most notable players are Andre Onana and John Lundstrom, formerly of Rangers and Sheffield United. Trabzonspor, they won the Turkish Super League 7 times. And in the last 5 seasons, they've finished 3rd, 7th, 3rd, 5th, and then 1st. That was 5 years ago. It feels totally underwhelming to me. But how do you think that sort of the Anfield faithful go week in, week out? Do you think they're going to be looking at this and think this situation could have been avoided?
Yeah, because a survey came out on Sky, didn't it? And I actually said Mo Salah shouldn't be doing that. But the survey was that come out, do you agree with Slot or Mo Salah? And 90% of the Liverpool fans agreed with Mo Salah. We're playing a different style of football. And I agree with him. But don't come out in public and say it.
Yeah.
Don't do it the way you've done it.
Do you think that the Turkish Super League is a step back from, obviously it's from the Premier League, but from Saudi Arabia, where we all expected him to go? And where I imagine he'd have been paid far more than he would in the Turkish Super League.
Do you know? I'm flabbergasted. He's done that. Go and play for Dortmund or Bayern Munich or PSG or Atletico Madrid or a team that's going to be in the Champions League, whatever, and trying to win. And he's playing with the top players. If I could have advised him, which obviously I'm not going to. What is he? 33, 32?
He's getting on, but he's still got plenty of left.
I would say to him, for the rest of your career, try and stay playing with the best players you can.
Yeah.
The minute you start playing with players who are on medium wave, when you're on FM,
well, he's on DAB.
His speed of thought, he sees everything before. He's like De Bruyne. He sees the situation happen before. They see a different picture to us, the geniuses. And the minute you start playing with players who don't see you run, or can't work out what you're trying to do, or don't cross it the right way you want it, people are going to start accusing you of your legs gone. His legs are gone. So, and that's no disrespect to Trabzon. They might be having a right go. They obviously are. I don't know what they're paying him. Well, it must be silly amounts of money.
Yeah. What was your time like there? Did you enjoy it?
Brilliant. Yeah. I mean, it took me 2 months to get a kick of the ball. I was running down the channels. I played with Hakan Suka, Arif on the left, Kubilay Turk.
Did you enjoy it? Enjoy your time there?
Yeah, great. Well, I was there. We won the cup, didn't we? We beat Fenerbahce in the cup final. Graham Souness stuck the flag in the ground.
Yeah.
That was a cup final in their stadium. We beat them 1-0 in our stadium, like an FA Cup final. And then they beat us 1-0, went to extra time. I scored in the 118th minute. So imagine, 62,000.
Yeah.
Gone quiet. The whole stadium's absolutely devastated.
Well, look, he's going to be worshipped there, isn't he?
Let me get to the best bit. Someone threw a flag over the fence, and Graham Souness picked the flag up. Not only have we beat him in their stadium, he sticks the flag in the centre circle and runs off. And as he ran past me, I went, all the best. And we had to have 24-hour security after that for the rest of the time. But my son was born there, Callum.
Yeah.
30 years. I can't believe it's 30 years ago.
Yeah.
But I enjoyed it. Great players I played with. I played with a lot of the Turkish team that done well in the Euros in England. Do you remember that? And then after I left and Brad Friedel left, they had the 3 Romanians in, Hadji, Adrian Ilie and Popescu. They were only allowed 3 foreigners, and they won the UEFA Cup, didn't they? They beat Arsenal, didn't they? I can't remember. They won something like that, but lovely people, really enthusiastic about football. Great place. I'm just surprised that he's gone there.
Well, look, let's head to the phone lines. Carl's a Liverpool fan, wants to have his say. Carl, I mean, what do you make of, the Egyptian king, absolute legend at Liverpool, plying his trade now in Turkey?
Evening, guys.
Evening.
I think it's a bit of a strange one that he's ended up there when everybody thought, like you guys have said, he was either potentially going to go Saudi. I thought he might end up in the MLS, especially after being out there in the World Cup and seeing how football was out there and Messi plays out there and whatever. I expected him to sign for one of the teams out there. But, fair play to him. That's where he wants to go. Everyone has a choice. Personally, if I was Liverpool, I thought they should have sold him sort of 2 seasons ago when they got that offer of 150 million plus from Saudi. We should have let him go then because he went on a free. He had that 2-year big contract at 400 grand a week, and I didn't see many weeks where he earned 40 grand a week.
He won Player of the Season after that offer, though, didn't he?
Well, yeah, but I mean, last season was absolutely awful. If anybody says that he earned his money last year, then they were watching a different Salah and a different Liverpool. But then Liverpool were awful. My thing is about your other point as well, about where Liverpool are. They've got rid of the manager because the fans were saying he's not playing the right way, we're not doing this, we're not doing that. We've got a new guy in, but where's the backing for this new manager?
Yeah.
We need top defenders. If it was me, I would have let Alisson go when Alisson wanted to go, got money in, and perhaps gone back for Kelleher, got him back. Van Dijk's not the same player. If he wants to go, I'd have let him go because otherwise we're going to see him go at the end of the season on another freebie like Salah's just left, whereas we perhaps could have got 40, 50 million quid for him. Maybe from somebody abroad.
Yeah, look, Carl, with greatest respect to Liverpool,
a lot of other players.
With greatest respect to Liverpool, Carl, it has been an absolute stinker ever since they've brought in Andoni Iraola. I was beginning to think that look, Liverpool could be in the race here next season because I think Andoni Iraola is a top class Premier League manager at a big club, and I'm just so shocked. I'm beside myself that they've not gone and backed him in the transfer window. It's absolutely bizarre to me. And then to see someone like Mo Salah, who, yes, you're absolutely right, didn't do it last season, see him now plying his trade in Turkey when he could still be at Liverpool. It does baffle me. Look, we're going to take your calls after a break. We want to hear from Liverpool fans. Are you concerned about your business this summer? And what are your thoughts on this breaking news that we're in just in the last few minutes that Mo Salah is arriving in Trabzon tomorrow to sign for the Turkish Super League side? You're listening to the Sports Bar on talkSPORT with talkSPORT Bet. Download the new talkSPORT Bet app today. 18 plus, gamble aware.